Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to part 3 of my ranking Doctor Who series. Yes, I'm doing a part 3. So, what you're probably there going like scratching your heads going, I wonder what's going to be in part 3. So in part 3 of ranking every Doctor Who series, or should I say, in 37th place. So in 37th place, it's no other than, of course, Series 11. Now, some people will probably say, what? Why is Series 11, like, in third spot from the worst? It should be the worst. Well, there is that, but I really kind of like Series 11 a lot more than I like Series 2, and, of course, of Series 9. It doesn't mean it's not at the very, very top. It's still, like, third from the least. So, this series was actually broadcast from the 7th of October to the 9th of December 2018. It is Jodie Whittaker's first series. It's not as popular in some people's minds of the Doctor Who fandom. It's not as great as Doctor Who Flux. It's not as great as Series 12, but it still deserves a lot more praise, to be honest with you. It doesn't really get much praise because it's the first series to have a female Doctor. It is also, of course, we got 3 new companions. We got a new Tardis. And they really do try new stuff in this one, because we have a couple of historian episodes, which I really do enjoy. It feels very much like going back to the way Doctor Who was in the 60s, really. Going back into the kind of the classic ways with historian episodes. Not even the aliens are part of it, really. So, talking about Series 11, I'm going to show you what I own of Series 11. So, of course, I own the nice 3D DVD box set, which you can see right now. So, I do own this one. And then, of course, I own the Blu-ray Steelbook. And to be honest with you, out of the artwork, I have to say, I pretty much enjoyed the normal standard release than the Steelbook. So, I'm going to be talking about each of these episodes from what I think of them and everything else. So, going into The Woman Who Fell to Earth, really, I pretty much do enjoy it. I think it's got some great moments. I love the villain, Tim Shaw, who basically, you know, I can't remember his actual full name. The one thing I have to say about this episode is it's very, very kind of like slow pacing at the beginning of it. Until you get onto the train bit and the Doctor comes crashing through the train and you hear a little bit of the Doctor Who theme tune that's going to be used for the rest of this era. I do love when the Doctor's there saying, I mean, what's that? Tongue? Tongue! Good lad. I like the fact they're kind of bringing back the regeneration kind of healing process like we see with the 10th Doctor, the 11th Doctor, and I don't really see it in Capaldi's first episode, the kind of like energy, the yellow sort of time vortex energy that you see, of the regeneration energy you see of the Doctor, where she's like there on the settee and then she goes, that nap did me the world of good. And I do kind of like the bit where you got Tin Short, like, going to the Doctor Who is. Oh, yes, I'm very, very glad you asked me that. I mean, a little bit of outrage, a little bit of dash of panic, but it's all very kind of neating my brain back together. I'm the Doctor, and I saw fair play across the universe. I really do like that bit for Jodie. That's the one thing that sums up her Doctor for me. That's the one. Then in the first episode, like, oh, this is going to be a new Doctor. This is going to be great. Because they've done that, and I really thought I was going to enjoy it. But then, until basically she makes a toaster pop and she ends up transporting, trying to look onto a TARDIS using the Tim Shaw's alien tech, and then she ends up stuck in space with the rest of them, which does lead into the next episode known as the Ghost Monument. Now, this one, I'm not too keen on this episode, really. I find it a bit too boring in parts. I really don't like the guy that is being very cocky with the kind of light up cigar that he's going to light up when he wins the race. The only thing about the Ghost Monument I really do enjoy is with the TARDIS, where you kind of got the TARDIS stuck in the middle of demutation. She points the Sonic at it. He says, come to daddy. Oh, no, mummy. And she goes, oh, look here. And then when she literally shows Ryan and Yaz and Graham, the TARDIS just like, this is my TARDIS. And I really do like that bit. The end closing bit of the Ghost Monument, I really do enjoy it. Now, the Rosa Parks episode, I pretty much enjoyed this one, really, because I really think I should have this one in the Black History type month, really, in schools and stuff. Because it works so well. To be honest with you, it does so much what's been going on with Rosa Parks. It shows much with racism and how much racism has progressed. Did a little bit of progressing over the last couple of 50 years or something. I really do enjoy this one because I have to say I really do enjoy it, and I like the villain as well, the time agent, who's basically wants Rosa Parks to end up being erased from time so he can do whatever he wants. But then, of course, the Tardis team interferes and he gets sent back into the future or past, one of the. The next episode is back in Sheffield, and of course, it is the spider episode. I can't remember what it's bloody called. Acneds in the UK, something like that. Again, this one I pretty much don't really care for. The spider guy, Jack Robertson, who appears in Revolution of the Daleks. I absolutely enjoy Revolution of the Daleks a lot more than I think he is a good character in this one, because I really think he's a bit of a knob, really, in this episode. It's very much like a Donald Trump sort of thing. Very much of a knob. And I don't really care for his character and other stuff. So that's the only thing I'm saying about the spider episode. The next episode, it is... I'm just going to name them what they are. The Pating episode. The Pating. Again, this one feels very much like a good base on just Seed story, but it's very, very missing something in the story to try and keep me hooked into it. I get so bored during this episode, I skip to the next one. And the only thing I would like about it is the Pating. I really think the Pating is an interesting kind of Doctor Who monster. The next one is the Demons. Is it Demons? Yeah, Demons in the Podjari, something like that. Again, I do like this one. It does show a bit more of history. I like the fact we're going to see Yaz's gran in this episode when she's younger. We see a bit what happened in between the border between Pakistan and India, something like that. And then you kind of see one of the brothers kill the other brother, where these alien demons are there just to try and try and help in the memory of the last people that died. So that's pretty much of a good episode. Next episode 7, I think it is Kablam. I really do enjoy Kablam. I really think it's a good episode. I love the fact you got someone asking the Doctor for help by sending a fez, because it basically brings in something the 11th Doctor had, because the 11th Doctor loved his fezzes. I really did enjoy this one. Deadly bubble wrap, as soon as you pop it, you burst. I really do enjoy it. I like the Kablam robots. I really think they're interesting and stuff. The one down part of the episode is that guy who ends up dying when he's literally talking to Yaz about his daughter. That's the only down part of it, I have to say. Next episode, it takes you away. It takes you away. I haven't really watched this series in a long time. I get a bit bored of it. No, sorry, The Witchfinders. That's it, The Witchfinders. Again, I do like the historian stuff. I like the mud alien creatures when it infects that woman, goes through her leg and it turns into her. And then the Doctor opens the portal and makes them get all trapped again at the end. I like the way we have the witch, like people being blamed. Oh, she's a witch. Dunk her. And the Doctor's there going, hi, I escaped. You know, very, very good trick from Houdini. I do enjoy that one. And then, of course, it is Take You Away. And I really don't know what the whole point of Chris Chibnall's trying to make in here by making a talking frog at the end of the universe or something like that. I really don't get the point of the talking frog. And, of course, using Grace's voice. It's like, what's the point in this? What is absolutely the point in this episode? I don't get the point in it. I just don't physically click with it. And then, of course, episode 10, it is the Battle of Ruski Fagduka. The one with Tinshaw's back. I'm going to say this once and only once. It is a load of crap. I don't really care for it. The only thing about it I like is when you got Ryan calling Graham Grandad for the first time in the series. So I do kind of like it for that. But the rest of the episode, it is pretty crap. I'm sorry to say that. It's just very, very weak. I'm not too keen on this episode. I normally skip it and go to the next episode, basically, which is Revolution. And I am adding that into series 11 as well. Just for the sake of it. because in the DVD box set of Doctor Who Flux Revolution of the Daleks is not going to be into it, so I might as well just add Resolution. So, Revolution, I'm going to talk about this New Year's Day special for 2019, and I absolutely love it. I love the Renaissance Dalek. I like the fact you got the kind of like subplot of a Dalek kind of chopped up in little bits and everything. I like when it takes over that woman. I love the fact when the Doctor has to trick it and goes into like a supernova and the Dalek's there saying, I will not die, and then it literally gets pulled into the supernova and disintegrates. The Junkyard Dalek, I pretty much enjoy. I like the way it just builds itself a new casing out of memory, and I really do enjoy it. So this is my ranking of 37th place in my Doctor Who Weekly series. As you could tell, it is Series 11. I'm sorry to all you people if you like Series 11, if you don't like Series 11, or if you're somewhere in between of the I really think it's not as bad as Series 2, and because of the lovey-dovey romance stuff. With Series 9, I really think it deserves to be a bit higher, but not as much high as Series 9, because Series 9 for me has only got 3 episodes, like I said, to enjoy, which is Under the Lake, Before the Flood, and Heaven Sent. Oh, and of course, The Husbands of Ever Song. I do enjoy that one. So, the episodes I really, really like in Series 11, it is The Woman Who Fell to Earth, Rosa, Kablam, and Resolution. I really do enjoy Resolution. I think it's a great story. For me to say this one, even though it's Jodie's first series, this is her weakest link. Now, the one thing I have to say for modern Doctors, out of Eccleston, Tennant, Smith and Capaldi, the 2 Doctors with the weakest first series is basically Jodie and David Tennant. I'm sorry to say that, but Jodie and Tennant are the 2 Doctors at the modern era with the weakest starter of a series, I have to say. Out of a run, really, because Tennant does get stronger in half of Series 3 for me, and then Series 4 is his best. Where Jodie, I think this is her weakest. Series 12, she's getting a bit better. Series 13, she is on top of the ball. She is top notch. I do enjoy it in Series 13. So join me for next week when I'll be talking about 36th place in my ranking of every single Doctor Who series from 1963 to 2022. Have a great evening. Have a great day tomorrow. And join me back then.